الحمد لله رب العالمين. نحمدك اللهم سبحانك كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك. نحمدك اللهم آناء الليل وأطراف النهار معترفين بسلطانك، حامدين شاكرين لنعمائك. ندعو الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يديم علينا نعمه ظاهرة وباطنة، وأن يلهمنا العزم والعزيمة والصبر والثبات على أن نحمده على تلك النعماء، اللهم أمين. وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله وصفيه من خلقه وحبيبه، أدى الأمانة وبلغ الرسالة ونصح الأمة وكشف الغمة، وتركنا على المحجة البيضاء ليلها كنهارها لا يزيغ عنها إلا هالك. اللهم اجزه عنا خير ما تجزي به مرسلا ونبيا، اللهم شفعه فينا شفاعة لا نعذب بعدها أبدا. اللهم اسقنا من حوضه شربة لا نظمأ بعدها أبدا، اللهم أمين. محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم طب القلوب ودواؤها، وعافية الأبدان وشفاؤها، ونور الأبصار وضياؤها. صلى عليك الله يا علم الهدى، ما هبت النسائم وما ناحت على الأيك الحمائم. My dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, our sons and daughters, the future of Islam, insha'Allah Rabbil Alameen. For all of us, we should know that today is the 19th of the month of Rajab, the month of Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj, the month of the miracle of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that night journey from Mecca to Al-Bayt al-Aqsa, Al-Masjid al-Aqsa in Jerusalem, in Palestine, and Al-Mi'raj be ascended to the seventh heaven and beyond. Next week, we'll be commemorating that event on the 27th of Rajab, since today is the 19th. And we might be wondering, why such a miracle? Why such a gift? Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has done this to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, where it never happened to any of the prophets or messengers before him, or even something similar to it, or in magnitude much, much less. Never happened. The only one who had that reward from Allah and that miracle from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The question is still, why? Why? As we have seen in the last few weeks, we're discussing and learning from fiqh al-ibtila, the deep understanding of being tested by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, being in a trial Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put forth for you in order to succeed, in order to pass this trial, in order to pass this test, in order to accept whatever is happening to you, and you believe that the trust is on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would be the best way, and being patient is the best way, and believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, mainly He would help you in that test. You will overcome that test no matter what. Whatever that test is, whether it is in yourself, in your health, being sick or have illness, or being in a conflict between two spouses, husband and wife, or parents and children, be in your business, be in your education. You want to overcome all of those obstacles and all of those challenges in order to overcome all of those tests, in order to have your degree, how much of money you're making, how you are promoted, you name it. Or once in a while, even I'm a hazin, or in sadness, or in grief, something happening to me. How I pass those tests? And we have seen many issues and many situations and many beautiful things that would teach us that how we overcome that test, how to know it, how to understand it, how to deal with it, how to be patient, how to put absolute trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in order to pass this test. لَتُبْلَوُنَّ. That's a sunnah of السنن الكونية, one of the laws of the universe we're living in as a human being, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would put us in a situation to test us to see how we overcome and how to pass this test. Last week we were in depth trying to understand what happened to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. In particular, since we believe that in the Shahada, in the Kalima, La ilaha illallah and Muhammad Rasulullah. We believe in Allah as one. We do not take a part and assist with Him. And we believe in Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam as the Prophet and the Messenger and the seal of all Prophet and Messengers before Him. And He is our role model. He is the one we can learn from. So when I decided to look at his life, his biography, how many tests he had, how many trials he was in, how many difficult situations and challenge he sallallahu alaihi wasallam was in, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helped him to be out of all of these. We'll continue the same way with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to learn from him in that test, in that ibtila, how he can be out, how he can be patient, how he can be 100% believing Allah will help him no matter what. I've seen many things happening to him in the community, with his own tribe, with his own relatives, with his own people, with the Sahaba Ridwanullah alayhim ajma'in, being out of Mecca, subhanAllah, 3 years, and situations after situation, subhanAllah, would put him in that test, in that ibtila, and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam successfully, he passed all of them. Till it came to him personally, the death of Khadija radiallahu anha ardaha, the wife, and the death of Abu Talib, his uncle, the only support on earth after Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we moved to the community, how they were trying to put him not only in a difficult situation, but in almost impossible situation to be out of. Yet, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam succeeded to be out of all of them. Out of all of them. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya Rasulullah. Today, when you study some aspects of his life in his biography, and to see how he overcome all of those ibtila'at, in order for him to be rewarded at the end. 12 years in Mecca, struggling and striving. 12 years. Each and every second of those 12 years, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is struggling and striving for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To have La ilaha illallah Muhammadan Rasulullah all over. Have all people coming to Islam. A lot of people would say, you had enough. Relax. Or apply for your retirement. Have a retirement plan. You have done a lot. In those 12 years, there is no need. The deen is deen Allah. Allah will take care of it. Let me relax and I'm not going to do anything about it. For him, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, no. If I'm in Mecca, the people of Mecca, my own tribe, my own relatives, everyone is rejecting and objecting and even trying to get rid of me, to kill me, and to eradicate Islam from the face of earth. If that's the situation in Mecca and I'm facing all of this, I will try somewhere else. Let me go somewhere else to find out how those people would accepting Islam. Go to At-Taif, the second largest place in Arabia where the trade and business is. And now I'm dealing with business people. They might be with open-mindedness because of their traveling and their communication with people down south in Yemen and up north in Sham, in Palestine, in Lebanon, in Syria and Turkey and so on and so forth. They might open up for Islam. They might accept Islam. And also it is the second largest place in Arabia in terms of worship. Mecca is where the sacred house is, where all people coming from every corner of the whole world just to visit Mecca. Yes, they were worshiping idols, but at least there is a connection in terms of worshiping. there. Ta'if was the second one. So let me go to Ta'if. Find out, how people would, whether they would accept Islam or not. We know the story and we know the details. But one little thing here I wanted to emphasize in order to capitalize in that concept of ibtila to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to that ikhtibar, to that test from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In Al-Ta'if with Bani Thaqif, he tried to reach out for any of them. None of them would even willing to meet him, just to meet. And I'm not saying to discuss or to accept, to even meet him. No. We're not interested in you. We do not want to see you. We do not want to mingle with you. We do not want to do anything with you. Though it was against the traditions of Arabs at that time. If you're a stranger or coming from somewhere else, or not stranger but coming from somewhere else to visit that town, people there would, I'm not saying welcome you, but at least to see you, to say, who are you, or all of them. Leadership and followers decide not to meet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It couldn't stop at that point. As long as I'm here, no one to meet me, let me go back to Mecca and we're done. I did my best. No. Worse than that, subhanallah rabbil alamin. And again, it is the against of the traditions of Arabs at that time. Send their little children carrying stones in their hands and stone Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam right in his face, right in his face, right in his face. Can you imagine? The children of the whole town coming out and stoning Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam till make sure that blood is all over him sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he's alone, except with his servant with him, Zayd ibn Haritha. Just a servant. It wasn't a delegation with a red carpet, with tanks right and left, with helicopters and Apache and Mirage and above, with military, you have emergency situation because the president is visiting, the king is visiting, the prince is visiting, no, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the prophet by himself, being stoned by the children. Blood, humiliation. In a test like this for Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, in a ibtila like this, how he would react, how he would take it, how he would deal with it. The only thing he did, just went back to a garden there, owned by one of the people there. Just sit there, cry, no lie. Be in grief, no lie. Sad, no lie. The only thing he did, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, turn his face to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you are in the most difficult situation ever, in any situation you are in your life, health or wealth or relationship or sadness or grief, turn your face to Allah and connect your heart with Allah with one word, with two letters. Ya Rabb, my Lord. That's it. That's it, wallahi. Wallahi, you don't have to say, Ya Allah, I'm in this situation, I'm sick and I have illness, and He knows what is going on with us. Just make that connection as soon as you can, as hard as you can, as elegant as you can, being dependent on Him, and that's it. And let Him do whatever He wanted to do for you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Exactly what Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam did. And with that wonderful and a great statement he did by the wall of the garden of Bani Rabi'a, saying, Allahumma inni ashku ilayka da'fa quwwati wa qillata hilati wa hawani ala an-nas ya arhamar rahimin anta rabbul mustada'afina wa anta rabbi ila man takiluni ila ba'idin yatajahhamuni am ila aduwwin mallaktahu amri إن لم يكن بك غضب علي فلا أبالي غير أن عافيتك هي أوسع لي أعوذ بنور وجهك الذي أشرقت له الظلمات وصلح عليه أمر الدنيا والآخرة من أن يحل علي غضبك أو ينزل بي سخطك لك العتبى حتى ترضى ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بك. الله أكبر يا رسول الله. Turn his face to Allah, connect his heart with Allah, and say that statement to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's it. No complaint whatsoever. No, why me? Why they are doing this? Little children to stone me, the Muhammad, the Prophet and the Messenger? No, wallahi. It is you, Allah, to whom I can relate to you my weakness at that point. I'm not helpless and I'm not hopeless, but I am powerless of myself, but more powerful by you. You have seen what's happening to me and you have witnessed what's happening to me, but you are the most merciful ever. Ya Arhamar Rahim. You are my Lord and the Lord of all of those who are weakened in this universe. And we have many of them, we have millions of them around us, everywhere, subhanallah, rabbil alamin. Would you push me, or would you harsh me, or would you instruct me to someone far away from me in order to seek some support or some help? Or to one of your enemies, those who do have the power, those who do have the authority, those who do have the saying, to be dependent on them? La wallahi. Never ever think with any power, with any authority, with any nation, we can lean toward and ask for help and forget about the help of Allah. Allah first. The only concern I do have, are you displeased with me? Are you unhappy with me? Ya Allah. Look at the question. I am hoping and I'm praying that you are pleased with me for what I have done so far during those 12 years. What else I can do? Maybe I forget something. I have some shortcomings. Or I am not doing my work right. It is your power, the only thing and the absolute one that would help me in that situation. I seek refuge by the light of your face that has been lightening all the darkness in the whole world. Think of the wording. I seek refuge by the light of your face that has been enlightening the darkness of the whole world. We're living in darkness, but we need the light of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, wallahi, in order to show us our way and our path. And all the affairs of the dunya and akhirah has been straightened up by you, Ya Allah, not by any power, not by any authority. I'm afraid that you'll be displeased with me and wrath would be coming on me and a punishment. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. But you're the only power, the absolute power I can lean toward. You are the only one I can ask for help. In that situation, blood is all over. Being stoned by children toward Allah and toward Allah's face, I am communicating with you. Have you ever been in a situation like this in your whole entire life? If you are, you know the way. You know what to do. You know what to do. At that moment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends Jibreel alayhi salam to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Look at the help and the support coming from somewhere you never even thought. Yeah, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam never thought Jibreel would come to him and ask him for what he would be asking, what I would be sharing with you, telling him, أيا محمد هذا ملك الجبال وأن الله أمره أن يطيعك في قومك بما آذوك فإن شئت أن يطبق عليهم الأخشبين فعل. Allah. Jibreel is telling Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, this is the angel of the mountains of the whole world. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given him the order and the command to obey you. Do whatever you wanted him to do in return for what your own people have done toward you or against you. Tell him to do whatever. If you will that the two humongous largest mountain in Mecca at that time to be totally 100% collapse on that city, on that town, on that village, where the children were stoning you and the leadership and people refused to meet you, they would be gone in a matter of a second by collapsing those two mountains. Done. Revenge. You stone me by stones, I will show you where the stones are made from the mountains. I will do the same mountain. You get the stones from in order to collapse upon all of you, and all of you will be gone. All of you will be. ماذا قال رسول الله? What was his answer to Jibreel alayhi salam? The angel is ready. Fulfill the command. The order would be executed. For Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, لا تفعل فإني لأرجو أن يخرج من ظهورهم من يعبد الله اللهم اهد قومي فإنهم لا يعلمون. That's Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He had the absolute power in hand, and by this giving the order for them to be gone, all of them, it would be done in a matter of seconds. But no, do not do that. The only thing I am wishing for, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made out of their offsprings, their children, those who can come and worship Allah and worship Allah only. This is what I am wishing for. This is what I am asking for. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide my own people. They know not about what should be done. That's Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. In al-ibtila, can seek revenge for what happened to him, but no. Someone hurted you, I leave him to Allah. Some people did something wrong for you, leave them to Allah. Or if you put yourself equal to Allah in order to seek your rights or to gain something in return happening to you, you'll be loser. Because you're not equal to him. Let him do whatever he wanted to do. Let him judge the situation on behalf of you. And he will be just. عدل. لا يدوم الظلم ولا الظالمون والله. Wallahi, oppression and suppression and those who are causing oppression and suppression will never be eternal in their life till the end of it. They will go sometime, somehow, by some means. Otherwise, let them remember Fir'aun or all of the Fir'aun throughout the years, subhanallah. اللهم اهد قومي فإنهم لا يعلمون. And Jibreel just answered Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. telling him, صَدَقَ مَنْ سَمَّاكَ رَؤُوفًا رَحِيمًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us the truth when He named you one of the most kind people ever, one of the most merciful people ever. رَؤُوفًا رَحِيمًا. Jibreel give that testimony to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. I will let you think for a minute or so about that situation and think about your situation in life as well. Would you be like Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam or different? Think about it. لازلنا في رحاب المصطفى. البر لا يبلى والذنب لا ينسى والديان لا يموت. كل ابن آدم خطاء وخير الخطائين التوابون والتائب من الذنب كمن لا ذنب له. ادعوا الله وأنتم موقنون بالإجابة. الحمد لله وكفى وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى. الحمد لله وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأصلي وأسلم على رسول الله صلاة وتسليما يليقان بالحبيب المصطفى النبي المجتبى صلوات ربي وسلامه عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وتابعيه وتابعي تابعيه إلى يوم الدين. Think about any difficult situation you have been in now, as if we're speaking. Sad, mad, in agony, be upset with some people who did something wrong for you, or they are the closest people to you, your husband, your wife, your ex-husband, your ex-wife, your children, whoever in your life, relatives, friends, business people, your co-workers, your employees, your money, your wealth, your country living in, the neighborhood you're living in, your relatives, extended family members, who cause you any problem. Leave it to Allah. As Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam did. Leave it to Allah. Literally. Don't even think about it. Say, Ya Allah, this file, I fold it and I transfer it to you, Ya Allah. Take care of it. On behalf of me. And He will do the right thing for you and the good thing to please you. And unexpectedly something would happen you never even thought about it. Subhanallah. That's what happened to Muhammad, and that's what should happen to us. Now, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam by the wall of the garden of Bani Rabi'ah, and even one of the workers coming to give him something to eat, some grapes or stuff. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam looking at Zayd ibn Haritha, now we have no room in Taif. Let's go back to Mecca, where we came from, to find out what should be doing. And the borders of Mecca, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam trying to get in back to Mecca. Wait a minute. You're not supposed to come back to Mecca. You do not have re-entry visa. Sounds familiar? You don't. Your visa either expired or has been confiscated or is not granted. But you do not belong to Mecca anymore. You're in Taif. You're not supposed to come back to your own birthplace, Muhammad. Ya Allah, no power, no authority, no one is accepting the da'wah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Nothing being stoned. My wife passed away, my uncle passed away, and I'm trying to come back to Mecca where I was born at, and now you're telling me not to re-enter, Muhammad. Stay. Can you imagine? But if you were him, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, what you would do? Where you can go? But look at how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is helping. Totally. Never came to your thought. Never came to your mind. Never thought what would be the help to grant for you re-entry visa to Mecca. Allah would send Al-Mut'ab Al-Mut'am ibn Uday, a kafir, an unbeliever, from within the Meccan people, to come and tell all of them by the borders, okay, by the borders. No one is allowed to come to the borders anymore, and they put already military. You know the news. Okay? Not talking politics in here. Al-Mut'am ibn Uday, kafir, non-believer, never believe in Islam, never believe in Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, never believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Say, wait a minute, Muhammad will come back to Mecca, will be granted re-entry visa in my own. I am the one who will grant for him re-entry, and he will come back no matter what. And anyone would like to have a say with me, talk to me, have a fight with me. I am here to protect him. What difficult situation you are in, and you wanted Allah to help you. Against your expectation, totally. And Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, by the asylum and by the guarantee, being a grantor to him to enter Mecca, he sallallahu alaihi wasallam was there in order to do his job, as Allah told him. Then the miracle took place. Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj. The miracle for you, Muhammad. You're sleeping in your bed. This is the order and the command from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You will travel in a matter, maybe in a fraction of a second, from Mecca to Jerusalem, to Bayt al-Maqdis, to Al-Quds al-Sharifa, in Palestine, to that miracle journey on al-Buraq, on that animal, by yourself. And you reach out there, and from there all of the prophets and messengers will be resurrected to pray behind you and to welcome you. Not only this, will take you up to the heavens, the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and beyond, to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala azza wa. Don't panic. Don't be in grief. Don't be sad if something happening to you personally, to you in your health, to you in your sickness, to you with your spouse, to you with your children, with family members, extended family members, community members, anyone around you, anything happening to you, Allah is taking care of on behalf of you, as long as you're heavily connected with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by your heart, and always to go to Him asking Him, Ya Rabb, Ya Rabb, Ya Rabb. What is happening to our dear brothers and sisters